Staves, sampling other people's pick. That one's a first ever pick from Hard Truth. We're coming into Brinkman's here in Brentwood.
Fresh crack
Fresh Crack Thursday.
of barrel number 1.
It's fun.
I'm here for it.
It's fun.
I'm here for it. Because their Hard Truth, the Sweet Mash Rye is delicious.
Yes, and this is the sweet mash, the Kentucky sweet mash. So this is a barrel strength wheated sweet mash.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Hard Truth bottling out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Ooh.
So it's just down the road. Not too
Who
far.
do I need to contact to do a barrel pick
Hard
with Hard
Truth.
Truth?
Hard Truth. Let's go and take a peek at what you got going on. Of course, is it barreled or that's just where, bottling by Hard Truth Distilling. Interesting. Distilled in Kentucky.
Oh, so we got a little Kentucky distillate here.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my unctions of where that might be coming from, but
You're probably right. Mashed and distilled, aged in a charred American oak barrel. Kind of the common story there. In Kentucky for Hard Truth.
perfect.
So it's a little bit of hand holding there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I am here for it. It is a Nashville brand, and we are in Nashville. So
Yeah. Shout out if you're in Nashville. Give us a shout on all your social platforms.
yes, do that. I'm excited.
This is a fresh crack. It's a very gnarly. That's actually one of the aspects that drove me to want to buy it. I love the ruggedness, and unfortunately, I'm gonna pop this open. I don't know if this is a real cork or is that a topper on the cork.
I think it might be a topper because
I
it
think
just
it might
feels
be.
weird, but
Yeah, it's a topper. I can see the little indentation there, but I do like that a lot.
it's got a good feel to it. It makes it rugged.
There's a lot of weight here to this.
Yeah.
So if you're listening on the podcast and not watching us, we are just fresh cracked a bottle of Hard Truth Kentucky Sweet Mash. This is their first barrel number 001 that is a store pick. So they've been barreling and bottling
Yes.
stuff for a while, but this is the barrel number 1 of a store pick that they're the first time ever that they're allowing for a store pick. So fresh crack, we're gonna pour a little bit of this.
That spout is thick.
I know.
Goodness.
The whole bottle has some really good heft to it.
I love the the glass inlay on the back too.
Yeah, that's really nice. I mean, give that a feel the weight on that. I know
That is, gosh. Hard Truth, if you get a hold of this podcast and are interested in, letting us do a pick, you let us know.
we'll be happily come along and do a pick with you.
Absolutely.
Give that a nose.
Let me put
You can set that here in the middle
You're
so
right.
that they can see it. They can see it right there. They're watching.
You guys are watching.
The first ever Staves transitional podcast in the video version that'll be up on Previous, aka
Oh my.
I know.
You know
Sequel
what this,
Top Shelf
You know what
becomes
this
Staves.
smells like?
What does it smell like to you? I had an interesting nose.
It smells like Antique 107.
Really?
That's what I'm getting. Right off the bat, I thought 107.
What's
Or
the
maybe
proof on
Weller
this?
Full Proof. It's 118.
Okay. 111.
Is it 111?
111.8.
So it's right in the middle between 107 and Full Proof.
But I don't think it's weeded, but this is my lack of knowledge here. Is Weller's weeded, I know that, but would it be considered a sweet mash or a sweet
I don't think.
I think it's a mash.
Well, it is
mash.
their wheat mash from Buffalo Trace that they use because they only have one. I can't remember if it's mash 1 or 2 or wheat.
it's
I don't even know how this works.
Buffalo Trace is one
They're-
of 2 mash bills that they have. But what's the definition when something is considered a sour mash? Like why do you use the word mash in your naming convention? Is
So
there a reason?
I believe and correct me if I'm wrong out there in the podcast land. Sour mash means they're using some of the old mash in with the new mash.
Okay, so it's kind of like a sourdough bread kind of
Correct.
thing going on, where
Exactly.
you bring it along with it for the next round.
Yes.
The nose is phenomenal. The nose is phenomenal. It's super super sweet.
It is very sweet, and that's why I'm getting that 107 feel.
Maybe grab a bottle of 107 should be right there within arm's reach,
is.
right
Look at
next
that.
to you.
What do you hear? Mm-hmm. So I've got the 107. I'm not going to try that just yet, but we are going to nose this 107.
Might be a little too far down there.
Man, to me, that is very similar.
Is it?
That is very similar to me on the nose.
Yeah,
If you
I'll give it a try here.
now, that's the
This is a
the
store
Sinker
pick.
store pick.
Sinker
there.
store pick. So this bottle tends to lean very cherry, fruit forward. We'll revisit this and we'll
Okay.
leave this out. I'm gonna
Let's cap
take the
that.
cork. We'll cap it. I won't take anything away from Hard Truth. I will set this aside for the
Yes,
moment.
let's do
Let
that.
Hard Truth. We're gonna let you have your moment because the nose that I'm experiencing on this is great.
Man.
I hope that the palate. Now I did taste this in store, which I was like, you know what, this is pretty good. I remember saying it was pretty good. It wasn't phenomenal, but I liked it enough, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to support the store.
Yeah.
I'm going to support their efforts with doing, and I'm going to go ahead and buy it because I'm not a crazed like shopper. I want to support people that are
Absolutely.
doing good things, and I tasted it. I was like, okay, this is good, but I haven't revisited it until just now with this fresh. It's very sweet. I love
I'm
the
loving the
nose.
nose.
I love the nose.
And you know me, I'm a huge fan of the more sweeter side of bourbon. I love a high corn mash bill. I love. That's why I'm such a fan of American Lights, because I didn't know how
Yeah.
much I loved corn in whiskey until I had one that was 99% corn.
Yeah. So good. Are we ready to get in there?
I'm ready to get in here.
All right, let's do that.
Oh man.
Yep. Super sweet, delicious. A little ethanol in the cheeks, but not bad. Not bad at all. That's great.
I need one of these.
You're
I need one of these.
That's
I
good.
do. I would love to do a side by side blind with the Weller line.
Sure.
Maybe
Man, that is great.
107 foolproof and the hard truth.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Hard truth.
reminds me,
I'm a fan.
Yeah, it reminds me of why I said, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick this up, because it didn't disappoint. And I wasn't in the mood. Like I had been out with family having lunch. I was just like stopping in the store just to say, hey, and they had this store pick that had just come in that week.
Man.
And this goes back to that. It doesn't have to be the epic chase bottle.
Right.
This is not chased, so I guarantee you they're still probably going to have some of this. And it's not that expensive.
This is right up there for me. I mean, if you follow me on any of my channels, you know how I feel about Weller 12. I would definitely take this over Weller 12.
I take most of these personally.
And look, I am a tater at heart. I love everything that Buffalo Trace does. I love this hard truth.
Isn't that
I
good?
love this hard
It's a
truth.
nice surprise.
And, you know, it's kind of a mix for me right there between Weller 107 Foolproof and almost up there with Maker's Wood Finishing Series.
Oh, okay. I could see that. I wonder if pretty sure I still have some more of my honeysuckle
Ooh.
that was Makers. So a Makers, because they're weeded too.
Yep.
And the honeysuckle had the more sweet, clean, crisp taste to it.
I would love to compare this with Larceny too. With their barrel proof.
Yep. And I've got plenty of that up there too.
Oh man, it's starting to get like I'm getting more honey
It's
on the nose
thicker.
now. Not like a honey, like a you're gonna put it on your toast kind of honey, but like a honeysuckle.
Yeah.
Like I get more of a polleny kind of honey.
Fresh honey.
Yes,
Honeycomb.
that's it. Yep.
Honeycomb. I do really like that. You just mentioned a whole bunch of similarities. Which one do you feel like actually? Because you mentioned Larceny, you mentioned Weller, you mentioned. Did you say Woodford or did you say Makers?
Makers.
You said Makers.
Makers.
Because we pulled this down. That was our immediate reaction. Was this Weller 107? And this would be the closest, at least proof wise.
Yep. You know, I may actually be leaning more towards the Makers wood finishing series, like the FAE 01 and 02.
Okay.
The
Yep.
BRTs.
BRT for sure. Yeah.
I'm getting very, very happy feelings with this.
Isn't that nice?
I love it. Hard truth. Let's do something together.
Hard truth, you're doing good work.
Yes, that is
Doing good work.
delicious. And because of you, I've become a big wheat fan. So I finally
American
completed.
Lights, wheat,
Yes.
heavy corn, high proof, flavor bombs.
Yep.
Those are my favorite places. Rise, I have nothing against, but when it comes to spending my own money, I just go with a range that has never let me down.
Yeah.
And even in the lowest tier of, I didn't love it, but it didn't let me down. In
Yeah.
all of the weededs that I've ever had.
Hey, that is your lane, man. And I'm along for that ride. I'll tell you this though. Speaking of Rise, this is completely off subject. Well, maybe not. Hard Truth makes a great sweet mash rye, but I cracked my Old Carter Batch 8 rye.
Oh.
And that might be the best rye I've ever had.
It doesn't surprise me. I have never experienced anything negative with Old Carter. Mind you, I've only had 4 tastes of it ever, and I have my 5th up there on the shelf that I will crack in a very short period of time here, but that doesn't surprise me. Old Carter knows what they're doing, and I don't know why. Why they're so good at what they do.
That was amazing. We fresh cracked it on a TikTok live when we broke 100,000 likes.
Nice.
So that was a fun night.
That's great.
Man, I can't get over how good this Hard Truth is.
And it's not overly complex. It's still relatively simple. It's sweet and simple, a good solid.
This is a solid weeder.
Yeah.
This is
absolutely.
a solid weeder. I could drink this every day and not be mad.
Yep. Well, there you go. Hard Truth, you're doing great stuff. We love it. We're going to keep sipping on this. And
Absolutely.
we'll catch y'all next time. Until then, keep exploring all these new flavors that are out there. Don't just limit yourself to one thing. Cheers, y'all.
More bourbon. Responsibly.